My name is Annie and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a sketchbook tour, and if you're watching this then that means part 1 is already finished. So I would suggest you go and watch part 1 of the sketchbook tour if you're interested in doing it. It's kind of like the bad half of the sketchbook, and then come back and watch part 2. Why am I doing an intro for part 2? I'm doing an intro for part 2 because I decided that I was going to split the video in half while I was filming the entire book because it was like an hour long. So I ended part 1 very abruptly, so I got an outro, and we're starting back up part 2, which is going to seem very abrupt, so it's getting an intro. It's like 9 o'clock at night and I'm doing this, and that's why like the lighting is weird. But yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get into touring the rest of this sketchbook, and I will see you guys in the book. Alright, bye. Anyway, I'm thinking about splitting it into 2, and the second half of the sketchbook tour starts here because this is where it gets good. Okay, this is where it gets. Did this look good to you? No, this looks bad, but trust me, it gets good from here. So these pictures are meaningful to me because they are right before I quit my big corporate 9-to-5 job, and you know, I was so proud of myself and I was manifesting that just for me to quit. So yeah, that job was terrible and really depressing. So this was literally the day after. I was trying to plan like a reel or like a series post, like a mini like series comic kind of post, and it was gonna start with a guy who looked like either like just angry. Yeah, he was gonna look angry, and then he was like gonna start crying a little, and then he was gonna start crying a lot, and it was gonna say sorrow likes to hide behind anger, and then when he's like bawling his eyes out, literally drowning in tears, it's gonna say like there you are. Very depressing. Next, this is quite literally the day before I quit. The day, or actually the second to last. This 2 days, right? Okay, so you have like 3 characters, and they're supposed to be like characters that are like warriors, but the text is kind of like double meaning because it feels so cringe just saying like, this is how I felt inside. I felt like this inside. It feels so cringe saying that. But yeah, so you have this guy and he says, yeah, I'm fine, just tired. He's like a warrior dude. And yeah, so then you have another dude who has like a scar on his eye, and he's like, is this a world worth fighting for anymore? Now this one's really cringe to say that I felt like this, so I need to elaborate before people think I'm corny. Oh, there's a squirrel in the tree. My cat's next to me, but he could be at his window that I have wide open for him. But yeah, anyway, I did not feel like, is this world worth fighting for anymore? I'm not fighting for the world. What am I doing that's fighting for the world? Nothing. I felt like, oh, it's been 33 minutes and 48 seconds. I felt like, what am I trying for if I just feel terrible? Like, what did I just put in all this work for? That squirrel is going crazy. What did I just put in all this work for and effort for to be here? Like, what is the purpose of trying to make this money and doing this thing if I'm just miserable? So that's like the symbolism behind that. And then this dude says like, please, this can't keep happening. And that's kind of like, you know, like the war. He looks terrified, like the war and stuff. But like for me, it's like just the cycle of money and misery. I should make a drawing and call it money and misery. We'll see. I like to say ideas and then not do them because I lose inspiration really fast. So if anyone wants to steal that idea, feel free. If you do, leave a comment, tag me on Instagram. I don't know, do something. I don't have Instagram installed anymore, but money and misery, I like that. Anyway, moving on. So this is the literal, look at how colorful this page gets. I just want to, do you guys see the difference? So I'm going to tell you what happened. I literally woke up the next day ready to clock in, and I just sat there low-key dissociating, if I even know what that actually feels like. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to get ready for work and clock in. It was a work from home day. And people, if you're older and you know you have a job, you may think I'm lucky, but I was not lucky. It was the worst job ever. And the work from home days kind of felt worse because how dare this job stress me out in my own house. And I sat on the edge of the bed and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. You wake up stressed. You open your eyes and you're stressed. You're miserable. So I just skipped the day. I didn't log in, tell anyone. I just skipped the day. No call, no showed, as they call it. And then the next day, I logged on and just quit. I just quit, and I was at a breaking point. I never did anything like that before, like no 2 weeks or anything. I'm a job hopper. Yeah. I mean, I'm only 24. But yeah, I unfortunately have a new job. No, I'm grateful for my new job, but yeah. So this character, her name is Elise, and she was brewed and created by just happiness. So I love her so much. She was my friend. I was like drawing her, and I'm just like talking, I'm yapping, I'm just like non-stop yapping, and I'm like taking his character's name, and I'm like, oh, Elise means this one character, and I'm taking characters' names from series I like House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. So Loras is from Game of Thrones. Ragna is another character, and he's from Last Kingdom, and I'm just like making this silly little story just on a whim, just being stupid. And like giving the characters dumb voices, especially the one that I stole from my friend. But his character's name eventually became Loras. I'm not saying his character's name because I didn't get permission, and I like the name, so. Yeah, so anyway, here's Elise. Here was her. She was supposed to look happy, but she looked drunk. So then I drew some hard beer. That's not even like as good as it gets. Anyway, more boobs, okay? So I was so happy, and I drew this girl, and like my art is colorful. Do you see the difference? I drew this girl, and she just has her eyes closed, and I wanted to draw like a third eye, and that's not even me trying to be like woke or anything and just saying like, oh my gosh, I quit my job, my third eye's open. No, I was just listening to this song and just kind of or to this artist and just kind of drawing along with it. The artist's name was Umi, and you can read the lyrics. They sound a little depressing, but the song is not. I don't remember what it's called, but. And then this was my hand with my pink opal bracelet that I would never take off, so it got loose. And then here's Rayless. I think I overdid it on this page. This is a page where there's a difference between pages that happen naturally and pages where I try hard on to make it worthy of a sketchbook tour, because as I started to draw these and it started to get good, I decided, okay, I do want to do a sketchbook tour. So with the expectations high, I feel like it looks messy to me. It's not my favorite page. But when I'm just drawing for myself, I make masterpieces. And that's just how I need to be on YouTube. But when you're an adult, you get a little bit desperate for money. I'm just going to be honest. When you're a miserable adult, you get a little bit desperate for a little bit of some coin, okay? So, enjoy your youth. I'm so serious. I see so many people. I play Splatoon. I see so many people in the lobby like, I'm going to 10th grade. Save me. I'm like, relax. Enjoy your 10th grade. Ask your parents for some money to get yourself a snack. If they say no, it's okay. If they say yes, even better. Just please enjoy your youth. And if you're like a young person who wants to share your art online, do it. Get started early, okay? But anyway, the butterfly garden, I can't believe I drew this. It's so good. And this, what can I say? I think the pose was referenced from somewhere. I don't remember. At least like her legs. That was kind of it, like the legs. But the clothes, the everything, the butterflies were a reference from, I think I looked up like simple way to draw butterflies. I don't know. And then this is what started like the brown thing. This page introduced this like little brown thing. I was feeling really creative and just loving drawing in colored pencils. And do you see the life that was breathed into these drawings now? Oh my gosh, we're literally going on 40 minutes. This is kind of crazy. Sketchbook tours take long, dude. So then this is a video that I did for YouTube. If you want to hear me talk more about this one and see the progress, you guys can find the video on my channel. So we're just gonna move on. This is my OC Andy and then my friend's OC Valian. I was playing around with crayons, so this is a tape in. This is also a tape in or glue in. I think it's a glue in. No, it's a tape in, I think. I don't know. Crayons, color pencils, kind of fill in the blanks, just add some things that represent the characters. I kind of messed up on his crayon drawing. Color pencil one is good. My friend drew this one, and I forced my friend to write something so then I can write a reply. And these are just two young lads who go in adventures in the middle of the night and fight monsters and stuff. So of course the quotes are going to be corny, but it's like corny in a good way. I really like it. So my friend wrote, so the monster charged at me, right? And I was like, no biggie, still killed it. Lame. Lame in the best way. So then my character Andy says, haha, no way, dude. You don't have a scratch on you. And why wasn't I invited? Like, kind of in disbelief. So yeah, I like that one. A little bit of pose practice. I don't know what for. I was trying to learn how to draw the rib cage at different angles. I like it. This is one of the photos that I wish I drew on stream. Bro, I don't stream. I haven't streamed in a really long time. But if I could get the opportunity to get the game Rain World, I will. My friend put me onto the game Rain World. I will stream a little life out of Rain World. Anyway, this picture of Link was done with color pencils. Excuse the motorcyclist, but anyway, this picture of Link was done with color pencils. And here you have a janky Triforce. These branches were a reference from someone that I seen on Pinterest. I tried to find it again because at this point I did think I was gonna do a sketchbook tour and I couldn't. So, but I kind of turn it into my own thing later, just like the branches itself. But I like it. I like it. It's good. I'm not gonna talk much about this page. Watch my drawing that I did. I did another drawing of Link. You'll see the drafts for it if you want to know about this page. Anyway, this page you have a young devil girl saying, seriously, you're joking, right? Because the premises was she wants to go out to a party. She's wearing this like really short dress. Maybe she's like 16 or 17 and her dad's like, no, you're not wearing that. Pretty simple, right? Here are the drafts for the drawing I did that I will put on screen. Editing me, put the drawing on screen, please. Or you guys can go watch the video. How about that? That's even better. You guys can go watch me do that video. It's one of my favorite videos. So you guys could go watch that if you're really interested in how the drawing of Link turned out. And this one I gotta show you up close. Have you guys seen that thing that was going on around on TikTok? I don't have TikTok anymore, but it was this girl and her cat, and she was talking about her cat and, you know, how in all of the million, trillion, whatever galaxies, her and her cat managed to be sharing a lifetime together. So I like the quote, and I drew my OC and my best friend's OC, who are like in different universes, kind of not. It's kind of hard to explain because I gave him permission to use my OC in his story because he loves him so much. And it says, you and I, we're sharing this lifetime together. What are the chances? So they're like best friends. Only best friends. There's this thing that people do when they share their OCs and stuff and their stories where they go, oh, they're not dating, and then they'll be like full-blown making out. And yeah, you could do that if you're not dating, but these guys are actually just best friends. I love expressing friendship in art through things like hugging and like maybe like a shoulder leaning or just like laughing hard together with like a hand on the shoulder. So here they are, just like laughing and just basking in their beautiful friendship, and I like it. I liked it so much that I just had to leave the page as is, but I will come back and digitize that one because I liked it so much. So this page is just drafting for a video I did, so I'm not going to talk too much on that because I have the actual drawing. And then I was trying to make an Instagram reel before I deleted or uninstalled Instagram, and it just didn't work. So we have some dude and a lantern, and then my cat, green. I drew him green to match the vibe, and a really cringe quote, lyric, whatever. So I'm not going to read it. You can read it if you want, but I'm not going to read it because it's cringy. I'm proud of the lantern, and the next sketchbook that I'm starting is a watercolor one, so I'm gonna have really fun painting things like this because one of my goals is to draw more inanimate objects. So I hope you guys like inanimate objects because yeah. Anyway, here we have a draft of Loris from Elise's story that doesn't have a name, and I wrote down his characteristics: long to medium hair, 2 earrings, pointy ears. He is supposed to be wearing a button-up blouse with baggy sleeves, a tunic over top of it, a weapon strap around his waist, loose pants but not baggy, snow boots with fur. But he looks so good. He looks so good, I just couldn't put clothes on him. So I'll let you bask in Loris's beauty for a little bit. Alright, are you finished? I told you it was only a little bit. So anyway, I am not the biggest fan of how this picture came out, but I thought that the video would do so much better. I liked the video, but I was having a little bit of audio issues. But YouTube really just said like no with this video. Like it just didn't get reach, it didn't get pushed. And when I went to go check the analytics, it was the only video that was recommending my video was like, what is Ethereum? How to be Ethereum? And I was like, what in the world is this? I don't know what this is. So I went and I looked it up, and Ethereum are people who feel like they're part animal. So like maybe I identify as like, maybe I feel like I'm part wolf, part bald eagle, you know, things like that. And I'm like, it was cool. I watched the video. It was very educational and really interesting and cool, and I feel like it could be a cool way to live life. Howling seems fun, but every person's different. Maybe you're a cat. Maybe you get like the inkling or urge. You know, it's not just like, oh, I'm choosing that I want to be a cat, so I'm going to like lick my hand and rub it all over my face. Apparently these people actually just like, you know, I'm not going to get into it because I don't know if it's a cancelable subject to talk about. So if you don't understand something, it's best to not talk about it on the internet, or there goes your platform, right? Anyway, some doodles of my OC Rayless. I've absolutely fell in love with this one. I love it so much. My friend has a character. I was gonna say my character has a friend. My friend has a character who's based off of me, so I just drew her. I had him draw the shoes. Shoes? No. So I just drew her with this pen that he has. He needs to give me that pen. I've been craving the pen that I used over the color pencils ever since this picture. And she's like, whatever, you're annoying. He has 2 characters that are sisters that are based off of me. And one of them is more of like, I guess, my nice quirky side. And then that sounds so cringe, like, oh yeah, there's like 2 sides of me. And then because there is, like, for people I know and don't know, they get 2 completely different me's. So I mean, I'm not like just telling anybody whatever, you're annoying, but that does sound like something I would say. So I want to skip this page. I want to skip it so bad, but I'm literally not going to say anything outside of my friend drew this one and this one. That's all you get. To the Sonic fandom, I apologize. So here's a character. This is a tape-in I drew using watercolor cope. I really don't know what I used on this drawing. I don't know. But this is Esther, and I loved her so much. I drew her in orange. I didn't really like it, and then I just drew like this eye down here, very cute. I loved her so much, and she re-inspired me so much that I just sat down to draw for YouTube, and this ended up happening, and I absolutely love it. And I love sketching in color, and this is probably actually the best video on my channel. So if you just want to hear me yap and talk about Esther and creating and draw in a video that actually has good lighting, good audio, I suggest you go watch this video. I'm pretty sure it's called like Chatty Sketching Session or something along those lines. You'll see in the thumbnail. I don't know why there is a sticky note on this one. Probably because I didn't want to show the Sonic thing. Why is there a sticky note on this one? I don't know. I think I decided it wasn't worth showing, but I was falling into art block again. More stressful things were happening in my life. My cat almost died, and I have a whole video on that, a digital speed paint, where I actually sound like I'm on the verge of death because that was probably, I don't know. Yeah, so the stressors of life picked back up, and so did art block, and I just wasn't drawing. And I don't know why I decided I was going to try to draw Omori, because I finished playing Omori, and oh my gosh, don't look too hard, there's a spoiler there. But I finished playing Omori, and I love that game. But yeah, I decided I was gonna draw Omori during art block because it's easy, simple style. I really didn't do a good job. Anyway, we're just gonna skip some stuff. Random dude. Like I'm trying so hard at this point to just try. Anywho, random dude saying a breath of fresh air. I liked it. I could have done more of this page. And then this is a comic that I want to digitize about how I feel when meditating. So you have someone sitting down, it's supposed to represent me. You got some open eyes, some closed eyes, mouth, inhale, exhale, and then she was supposed to be like floating in like this space and then go like, here I am, or I'm here again, or something like that. I didn't draw for quite a bit after this. So things are gonna get out of order because these two came after some of the other stuff. So here's my OC Andy. These were done last month. I'm recording this early September. These were done in August. And this one was first, this one was second, but I drew Andy and I was having fun, like kind of figuring out how the fabric worked, because I was wearing like an oversized sweater. In fact, it was a sweater, and like just seeing, because at first I had it like tight to his arms, but it's like a big sweater. So I was having really fun just kind of figuring out how that works. And it's a drawing of him putting on a flower crown, and he says, I found it in the grass over there, what do you think? Probably talking to Valiant. And yeah, and then I drew him in like a breeze, like he's like just looking, it's fall, it's a breeze. And then the really cool tree branches I mentioned, and how I kind of like, you know, you could take inspiration of something and either roll with it, which is fine, or it could transform into something more close and representative of your art style or how the drawing feels. So I did some tree branches, which is super fun because I love trees, and a lot of bikers today. It's a Friday, but it's super fun because I love trees and branches, and I never felt like I knew how to draw a tree branch. So this was fun, and like making some of them go across his face and the lighting and everything. And then this I did with those stinking Fantasia color pencils, dude. They're so bad. I hate to say it, but they are. I was just thinking, there goes any future sponsors, but they're not good. One thing about me is I'm gonna be honest about art supply. It's good that I'm thinking of sponsors though, you know, manifesting a fruitful YouTube channel. Anywho, it says, I'm sorry it's been so long, I needed this, and I think I erased it, but it said yaoi hand there because the hand is looking so bad and big and just ew. Anywho, this is in regards to like pouring into yourself. I was having a period of just like rotting and just feeling lost and depressed from the awful truth. That's a Silverstein lyric. If anyone still listens to Silverstein, dude. Anyway, no, I was rotting and imposter syndrome and just rotting. And this is supposed to represent pouring into yourself and like taking care of yourself. So he's almost like apologizing to his being and his body and saying how much he needed that. So kind of like vent art. I don't really like talking about vent art. I'm not going to talk about this page. I don't want to talk about this page. It's bad. And it was supposed to be meaningful, but it's bad. Watch my art block video and you will understand this. That's all I'm going to say. I like my art block video. I do. I like everything about my art block video other than being on camera. You know, I realized I made this whole other YouTube account to make videos where I would be on camera, but I felt that if I had to like filter and edit the colors to the degree in which I did, then I don't really need to be on camera too much. That may be contradictory because I would like to make an introduction on camera to this video, but if I don't, then I don't. But yeah, if I couldn't show up, it's one thing to adjust the lighting because sometimes the lighting is just bad on cameras. It's another thing to like, I like how the video looked, but like and it's not necessarily a filter. It is a filter, but it's like a filter I made with adjusting hue, saturation, and things like that, and it's pretty heavy. So I just like put my other channel on hiatus. I only have like 2 videos up on there, which I won't tell you what it's called. Yeah. Anywho, we're almost done. More from Rayless's story. So I started writing Rayless's novel and it was really good. So I have this descriptive scene of his sister Aria. I know it says Aira, but I changed her name from Aira to Aria. And she is getting married, or they're not gonna call it married, but it's some sort of like arrangement. And she is, for the ceremony, she's wearing this like a low V-cut dress, a low swooping back, and Rayless is, I cannot wait to talk more about his character, but he is like kind of angsty. He just is going through it. His character development is going to be absolutely insane. So he feels embarrassed to be up there with her, and it's like telling her how she looks like. Am I allowed to say WHOR on YouTube? Am I allowed to say that? I don't know, but you know, don't come for me. Don't come for me. That's the words that they use in that time of day. If you watch House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones, Last Kingdom, they use that word. And saying that she looks like she would belong to a brothel house and things like that. So, yeah. And so, like, she says something to him that has him like really angry in response, and I have this written out, but I don't want to say too much. So yeah, I thought it would be nice to depict what she looked like, and yeah, so there she is, Princess Aria, and then here's Rayless for the ceremony. He looks a bit different than usual because it's like, I really don't know how much I can say, but anyway, I really like these pictures and just making them cohesive, and like drawing the sword and dagger was so fun, as well as this. And then I want to make a how to fill your sketchbook page video, and then talk about like mock sticky notes and a different way to use like color splash. Anyway, so he says Sorry about the sucking my teeth. I do that a lot. He says, "This is not what I desire. Let me have a choice in this. Father, please." And that has nothing to do with the scenario that I just told you. That's kind of like, has to do with his overarching story. So, very fun. Would you like to say hi? Oh, would you like to say hi, kitty? Here, I'm gonna slide the kitty in the screen. You wanna get slid? Oh, you want to get slid? Cradle the kitty. Hi, kitty. Hello. Oh no! You can't step on that. No, I plan to hang that up. He was stepping on this. Okay. That dude is the love of my life. Anyway, this is a video. You like are really determined to like ruin that cat poster. I'll talk about this one first and then I'll move him. So this is a video I did. I really just I know in the video I talk about how I like the drawing and then I say I don't. I don't. I like it, don't like it, and yeah. Hello, kitty. What do you want? What's your name? Is your name TikTok? See? He knows his name. I also cannot say the words EAT or he knows I'm talking about giving him some food. So he knows how to sit, he knows how to give paw, and he's a bad boy. He does what he wants, but he's my bad boy. Anyway, you can watch this video to hear more about this. Oh my gosh. No, that's on Esther's page. And then I'm currently working on this video right now, so this will be out before the sketchbook tour, so you guys can watch that to hear more about that. And we are moving on to the end. An hour and 2 minutes. Dude, I am fast forwarding. I am splitting this in two. Sorry, not sorry. Who knew it would take an hour and 2 minutes to just talk about your sketchbook? But to my, what are you? I need to wash this blanket. It's gonna smell like your stinky breath. It's going to smell like your stinky breath. Is it? See, I told you. Anyway, I need to pick up the sketchbook really quickly. Please don't get my hands going after that string. So this one is hard to see because it's in graphite, so I'm gonna pick it up. This is my OC Makoto and Aikido, and it was a dumb comic, little comic that I ran out of graphite, so I didn't finish it, about how Aikido cigarettes stink, because these are going back to the first page of the OCs that I drew, and back then I thought, hey, like emo kids who smoke cigarettes are cool, so I made an OC, and that's actually not cool. That's totally lame. Don't smoke cigarettes, they stink. So we're gonna have to revisit these OCs and make Aikido quit because that's nasty. To anyone who smokes cigarettes, I'm sorry if I offended you, but as someone who grew up surrounded by people who smoke cigarettes and have went to school and been told that they smell like cigarettes, it's actually not cool. Anywho, don't cancel me, cigarette smokers, please. Here's Makoto, and Makoto is saying, hey, Aikido, Aiko said if you keep smoking those, eventually it'll catch up to you and you'll have a hole in your neck. So don't light that in here, please. Plus, it just stinks. Sorry, my cat's going near the candle. Can you get down? There's a candle over there. Get down. Get down, handsome. Handsome, get down. Okay. See, he only does what he wants to do. I feel bad that I have to, like... and Aikido is saying, why the hell would you tell him that? If anything stinks, it's you. Seriously, when was the last time you showered? And Aikido's, like, super angsty, super emo. I love him so much. I used to be super emo, and... I think I was really cool. But yeah, spiked choker, eyebrow piercing industrial, which was like the piercing I wanted so badly. Septum, I wanted that as well. Snake bites, I wanted that as well. He was kind of the character I lived through, rebellious, and yeah, so I ran out of graphite, so I just did in black color pencil. Makoto after a shower in his Burger King shirt. A funny thing about Makoto, I'll draw him and talk about his lore because he has some pretty interesting lore. But yeah, he just wears what he could get. So he has like a #1 dad shirt, and then he has a Burger King shirt as well. And this is him after Aiko forced him in the shower, because Aiko and Makoto have like a bond, not dating. Aiko is asexual, and I know that there is a spectrum to asexuality, but yeah, and Makoto is, honestly, he's just whatever. We'll call him a hoe. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, next, this is the last page. There actually is one more page, but I'm like, what is, like, it's dinky. So I decided to challenge myself to draw a chair and a person in the chair, and then I decided to color it, and then I regretted it, and it's not that good for a last page, but it's the last page. I like everything around. I like the chair, I just don't like the character. The character was supposed to be Annecy, so I just want to make her a compilation of things that I liked. So I wanted her to look like a traveler, and I wanted her to have pointed ears, and I wanted her to have cat features. This is not what my online persona of Annecy actually looks like. But yeah, I really didn't represent that well. I just used the colors that I had, which is why I'm super excited to start painting. And that's it. It just says quest complete, rest traveler. You have like a stamina bar down here, and then you have some hearts that are refilling up here as she rests. You have some fall colored leaves and just these really cute stars that I've kind of been into drawing lately. So yeah, that's the sketchbook. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I'm definitely doing this in 2 parts because it's 1 hour and 7 minutes. This is gonna take forever to export, oh my gosh. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I need to get ready to feed my cat because it's 9 minutes until he has to eat a tea. And yes, anyway, I don't really ever know how to end a video, so thank you guys for watching. If you liked, please leave a comment. If there's anything that you would like me to see, let me know down below. I would appreciate if you like the video, and if you're interested in seeing more content from me as I improve as an artist on the internet and finally get my lighting situation together, maybe subscribe if you know, believe in me. I don't know, this is getting really corny. Let me just show you guys my new sketchbook before I go. Okay, new sketchbook. It's significantly smaller, okay? And I already did one drawing in it. I was gonna do a start a new sketchbook with me, but I decided against it just because I didn't want the pressure of being online. It's a watercolor sketchbook, a gift from the same friend. Every sketchbook I'm using is a gift from Izzle Inks. Check out his channel, especially because I featured his OC Valiant a lot. Yeah, so I started it on the 4th. I did this painting. I don't like the side profile, but the painting itself I love, and then like some unfinished leaves over here. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and I guess I'll see you the next time I make a video. Goodbye.